Hello everyone. On today's video, I'm going to show you guys some recent T.T.M returns. So let's get started. The first one took 16 days and the person signed 1 of 1 for me. And that person would be Mr. Bill Bergey, who I've met at a card show in probably the late 90s. He seems like a really nice guy. So Mr. Bergey played his college ball at Arkansas State University, where he was voted the top player of all time by the fans. Matter of fact, his jersey number is actually retired from ASU. So after playing college ball, Mr. Bergey was drafted in the second round of the 1969 draft by the Cincinnati Bengals. He played 5 years for the Bengals and it was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for 2 first-round draft picks and a second-round draft pick. Wow, that's pretty steep for a linebacker back then. Or now, actually. But Mr. Bergey was a 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro, played in 159 games, had 27 interceptions for his career, and also had 21 fumble recoveries for his career. And this is Mr. Bill Bergey. Now the second one, excuse me, took 16 days also, and it's 3 of 2. And this person is Mr. Cecil Cooper. Now, Mr. Cooper played 17 seasons for the Red Sox and Brewers. He had a .298 lifetime batting average with 241 home runs and 1,125 RBIs. Mr. Cooper was a 5-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove Award winner, 3-time Silver Slugger Award winner, 2-time AL RBI leader, and the winner of the Roberto Clemente Award. He hit over 300 or more from 1977 to 1983. He was also a manager of the Houston Astros from 2007 to 2009. He had a career managing record of 171-170. This is Mr. Cecil Cooper. And like I said, I sent him 2 and he signed 3. So he signed the Ted Williams and the 86 Tops. And he threw this one in for me, which I greatly appreciate. It has on the back 1976. It's an OPC card. So that is Mr. Cecil Cooper. 3 autographs for me. So the next one took 25 days and the person signed 1 of 1 for me. And that would be Mr. Charlie Joyner. Now, Mr. Joyner played his college ball at Grambling State University and played for the legendary coach Eddie Robinson. He was a 3-time All-Southwestern Athletic Conference selection. Then after college, he played 18 seasons in the NFL for the Chargers, Bengals, and Oilers. He was a part of the Chargers' high-flying Air Coryell offense. Now, when he was drafted, he started out as a defensive back, but he changed to wide receiver after being knocked out of a game by Broncos running back Floyd Little. That's pretty funny. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, first-team All-Pro in 1980, second-team All-Pro in 1976. He's in the Los Angeles Chargers Hall of Fame, and he's also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which he was elected to in 1996. For his career, Mr. Joyner had 750 receptions for 12,146 yards and a 16.2 yards per catch average with 65 TDs. And that is Mr. Charlie Joyner. So this last one is kind of funny. I don't even know how this even made it back to me. I was recently watching Tony Black's channel, and he got a T.T.M Return similar. But this one, it wasn't even postmarked. I don't even know how it doesn't get postmarked. And it actually took 31 days and 2 of 2, and it actually made it back to me, which I'm surprised. Let me turn it over for you. This is how it came. It wasn't sealed. Look at the envelopes all bent up. But the cards made it back. And the cards are from Mr. Stanley Morgan. Let's see if I'll pull these out of the holder here. And Mr. Morgan signed 2 of 2 for me. Now, Mr. Morgan went to the University of Tennessee. He was actually the first volunteer to rush for 200 yards in a game. He holds the all-purpose yards record at Tennessee with 4,642 yards. He was drafted in the first round by the Patriots in 1977. Mr. Morgan was a 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He was the 1979 NFL receiving TDs leader, and he actually holds the record for the most yards per reception with 19.2 yards per catch. Now, that is first among all receivers with at least 500 receptions. His best year was in 1986 with 84 receptions for 1,491 yards and 10 TDs. For his career, Mr. Morgan had 557 catches for 10,716 yards receiving, 72 TDs, and like I said, he had that 19.2 yards per catch for his career. And this is Mr. Stanley Morgan, and I don't know how you made it back to me, Stanley, but thanks for coming back. So we'll put Mr. Morgan over here. Nope, you can't see Mr. Morgan, so we'll just try to get him in here. Oops, stay up there, Cecil. Put him over here. All right, there we have it. 4 returns. So I want to thank Mr. Bill Bergey, Mr. Stanley Morgan. Thanks for coming back, Stanley. Mr. Cecil Cooper and Mr. Charlie Joyner for signing these cards for me and getting them back to me. And I also want to thank you guys for watching. And just remember, keep collecting, keep searching for those hidden gems, and keep having fun. Later.